In this video I show you a great sewing hack to gather fabric. Enjoy! Normally, to gather fabric, you use two closely spaced seams with the longest possible stitch length and then pull the normal yarn threads to the desired length. However, depending on the fabric and length to be gathered, this can be quite fiddly. I've finally found a much easier way that I'm going to share with you now. In this example we want to gather a skirt part to the width of a top part so that it can then be sewn to the top part. For this you need some wool, if possible not too thick. Place the wool thread right under the center of the presser foot and let it stick out about 4 inches at the back. Lay your fabric so that the edge is even with the sewing foot, i.e. less than an inch. Set the sewing machine to a wide and long zigzag stitch. Now sew the woolen thread all around to the entire upper edge of the skirt with the zigzag stitch. The idea is that the thread can then be pulled. So be careful not to sew on the thread. But if you put the wool thread exactly into the slit of the sewing foot, this happens automatically. At the end, leave about 4 inches of the wool thread overhanging. Mark the center front and center back of both the top part and the skirt. Now you can pull the wool and gather the fabric so that it matches the width of the top part. Distribute the ruffle as evenly as possible. The good thing about the wool is that it is not so slippery and the fabric stays where you push it. When you have finished gathering the correct width, you can close the wool thread with a bow. Now the parts can be put right sides together and sewn. Sew the skirt piece to the top part with an inch or more to the edge. Of course, the zigzag seam with the wool should not be sewn at the same time. So it lies within the seam allowance. Place your left hand flat on the ruffles while sewing to press them into shape. The nice thing about this technique is that you can even pull the wool out again and use it again later. Finally, neaten these open edges with the serger. And that's how easy gathering fabrics can be. I hope the video has helped you. I'm happy if you watch my next video, and until then I wish you all the best.